love. It's called Radio 2000. And when I got the call to come and be part of this incredible ceremony, it was a no-brainer for me. I said yes. I said yes. And so I'm very excited to be your program director today. I'm very excited to honor women because oftentimes women don't get the recognition they deserve. There is so much that we do to keep the country going, so much that we do to keep families together, so much that we do to secure food, but no one says, Siyabonga. And so today, the minister says, let's gather so that we can say, Siyabonga. Thank you to you, incredible women who do work that often doesn't get recognized. And so today, we honor you. My experience of farming starts in the township. I grew up in Soweto, and if you've been to Soweto, you've been to a typical township in South Africa, you would know that there is not much land. Oftentimes you get given a smallanyana backyard and you have to make do with what it is that you have. And I saw my grandmother using a small patch of land and planting spinach and planting cabbage. And when we didn't have money for meat or there wasn't money for the fancy things, I would see my grandmother go to the backyard and grab a few leaves of spinach or take the cabbage and chop it up, and that would be our dinner. It is memories that I will forever cherish, and I understand the connection between people and land. I understand the connection that farmers have with the produce, and I understand the reason why you are here. And for that you do, we honor you, ladies. We really do. And so I'd like to call onto the stage right now. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'd like to call on the stage right now MMC for Corporate Services, Ms. Phumzile Mashego, who is going to deliver the welcoming address. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Agasemuhle, agasemuhle. Hi, hi. Another round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our program director. Let me take this opportunity to say, Nazena babahle. Ngiyabonga, program director. My name has already been said. I'm Councillor PV Mashego, MMC responsible for corporate services from the city of Mbombela. I'm standing here on behalf of the executive mayor, Ma'am Councillor Makushe Mazibuko, program director. Let me take this opportunity to say greetings to the Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Rural Development, Umam Titiza. Greetings to the Honorable Deputy Minister, Ubaba Skwacha. Greetings to MEC Umam Shiba for Agriculture and Environmental Affairs from our province. MECs who are here, Honorable Executive Mayors, if they are here, councillors, officials from the national government led by the DG, officials from the province led by the HOD, let me say all stakeholders who are here, let me say all protocol observed, so that I made sure that I have recognized everyone who's here. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the Premier and the citizen of the city of Mbombela at Mpumalanga province, would like to express our appreciations to the Minister, the Deputy Minister, for bringing those hours of a critical sector to our province. Honorable Minister, Mam Titiza, you bring those hours in our recognition on the effort put by the women farmers in ensuring that the nation is provided with sustainable nourishment. As we close a month in which we celebrated the International Day of Rural Women. The theme for the International Day for Rural Women, which was on the 15th of October, was Rural Women Consolidating Good for Food for All, highlighting the essential role that rural women and girls play in the food system of the world. From the productions of the crops to the processing, preparing for distributing foods, women labor, paid and unpaid. It feeds their families, communities, and the world. Yet they do not wield equal power with men. And as a result, they earn less income and experience higher food insecurity. Despite our planet's capacity to provide sufficient and good food for all, malnourishment and food insecurity are rising in many parts of the world. The COVID-19 pandemic, along with the climate crisis, have made matters worse as some 2.37 billion people did not have enough to eat in 2020. That's the 20% more than the year before. The United Nations Women's latest report titled that Beyond COVID-19, a feminist plan for sustainability and social justice, which calls for rebuilding the broken global food system from the bottom up by supporting rural women's livelihoods to produce and distribute diverse and healthy food crops. With less than 10 years to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, including zero hunger, which is goals 2, and gender equality, which is gender equality, goal 5, the United Nations Women is working to support rural women and girls around the world to build their resilience, skills, and leadership. We are indeed indebted to your vision and determination, Honorable Minister, that throughout your deployment to this portfolio, you have persistently advanced for women to play a pivotal role in historically male-dominated sector. Dare I even indicate from white male-dominated. It still feels like just the other year when you spoke so passionately on issues of land reform and the need for women participation in Dagaskral in 2005. May I remind you that on that very same day, immediately after your speech, the heavens opened and it rains buckets such that some of our visions and communities were stuck in the mud for extended hours. That to some of us was the heavens agreeing to your appeal for the inclusivity of women. To all the sponsors, women participants and stakeholders present here today, the city wishes all of you that a collective endeavor of changing attitude and building sustainable future of generations to come wherein women are not spectators but active participants. Welcome to these awards, especially to the recipients. Good luck and congratulations to all the nominees and ultimate winners for this event. Let me take this opportunity and thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause for MMC Corporate Services, Ms. Phumzile Mashiro. And on stage, I'd like to welcome the MEC of Mpumalanga, Ms. Busisiwe Shiba. We must remember we are in her province and we need to say thank you for her opening up and welcoming us with open arms. Another round of applause.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Let me take this opportunity and greet you, Honorable Minister Metogo Didiza, Honorable Deputy Minister Babi Skwacha, Honorable MECs that are here, my colleagues, MEC from Gauteng and MEC from Northern Cape, Executive Mayor Ms. Bongile Makusha, Omelwe MMC, Councillor Mashiho, honorable councillors that are here with us, DG Babera Masudi, and support staff from the National HOD Babechunda, and the support staff from Mpumalanga Province. Ladies and gentlemen, Bomama Izimbogoto, Sanbonani, ngithi malibongwe igama lamakhosikazi wathinta abafazi. Siyabonga kakhulu nibahle. I'm joining the MMC just to appreciate ukuthi ay nibahle Zimbogodo. Siyabonga kakhulu Minister ukuthi usibizele kule ndawo namuhla. Our Program Director, thank you for the opportunity to present a brief message on behalf of the provincial government to this beautiful event to honor the country's dedicated women farmers. We are honored, Honorable Minister, that you chose us as Mpumalanga to host these prestigious national awards, the annual Women in Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development Recognition Awards of 2023. I don't know which criteria you use to choose a province, but I sense it is for good performance, women in rural development. I attended last year's awards, which were held in the Gauteng province, beautiful as they were, and I can only hope ours will be an improvement. The theme of this year's awards is as follows, I quote, recognizing the role of women in improving rural development, food security, and increasing production and employment, close quote, resonates perfectly well with our day-to-day business in this province. Our commitment to support and develop women's participation, particularly in agriculture and land reform, is well documented. Women of this province have taken the challenge and the opportunities offered in the agriculture sector and stormed forward with excellency across the entire value chain. I am hoping some will be recipient of awards this evening. The struggle for women economic emancipation is not an event, but a long and difficult journey. We shall always draw inspiration to selfless women stalwarts like Mama Charlotte Maxeke, Winnie Madikizela Mandela, and many others whose selflessness, sacrifice, and commitment to help those in need were the distinct attributes that we should all try to emulate. We dare not fail them. We wish all the recipients of awards today the best of luck and a special evening to all the participants. Thank you. Malibongwe.
Another round of applause. Thank you so much. That is the MEC of Mpumalanga, Ms. Busisiwe Shiba. giving us a message of support. Part of the evening celebrations are for you to have fun. Yes, there are some pressing matters that need to be addressed, of course, equality being at the top of the list. But can we enjoy some music? Can we enjoy some performance? You did get dressed up. You did put on some makeup and you look good. Let's enjoy some good music from Soul Stream. Is Soul Stream in the house? You know, having emceed many, many events, in our heads, when you plan the event, you think things are going to go according to plan. Every now and then there's a glitch here and there, but it's all in good fun. It's all in making sure that you are entertained. And so, Soul Stream, ukuphi baba? Sifuna ukujiva. Sifuna ukusaka. May I also encourage that you mingle once the event is done or the ceremony is done. You mingle with other women from different provinces. You exchange contact details. You take pictures with them, because this event is one for the books. It is one that you will remember forever. And hopefully you'll find a new friend that you'll be friends with forever. Hopefully you'll find a business partner. You know, there's someone in the house that you definitely can connect with. So while we enjoy, while we, have a great time, bear in mind that this is also a networking opportunity. Many provinces have gathered under this room. People that you would have never met, they are here. So don't be shy. Exchange contact details, exchange WhatsApp numbers, do all of that. And take pictures also. Please take lots and lots and lots of pictures. Are you ready, Soul Stream? Are you ready to give us a bit of soul? While Soul Stream is serenading us with a beautiful sax, I just want to let you know that starters will be served as well. So while we enjoy good music, there are some nibbles that are coming. It is a 3-course meal. Starters are ready and starters will be served while Soul Stream serenades us with beautiful, beautiful music. This one sounds familiar. Judith Sukuma number.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys are all having a good time. And you're ready for a little more entertainment. We'll just do one more song and then you guys can talk about it. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni sogalam. Come on. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni sogalam. Zonton implome melanche. Zonton implome melanche sogalam. Zonton implome melanche. Zonton implome melanche sogalam. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni. Oy oy oy. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni sogalam. Ay ay ay. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni. Oy oy oy. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni sogalam. Zonton implome melanche. Zonton implome melanche sogalam. Zonton implome melanche. Zonton implome melanche sogalam. I will meet you at the river. I will meet you at the river. Zonton implome melanche sogalam. Come on, help me sing it out. I will meet you at the river. I will meet you at the river. Zonton implome melanche sogalam. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni. Oy oy oy. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni sogalam. Ay ay ay. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni. Oy oy oy. Yanduli minyaga nyamboni sogalam. Zonton implome melanche. Zonton implome melanche sogalam. Zonton implome melanche. Zonton implome melanche sogalam. Thank you so much. I'm using this mic.
Hey, the people say they want more. I'm just a messenger.
We're coming back.
She says she's coming back. The night is still young and she's still beautiful and she's definitely going to come back. Did you enjoy your starters? How delicious was that prawn don avocado something? Hey, hey, hey. Beimnandi. I'm so glad you're enjoying the food. I'm so glad you're enjoying the company. And I'm also glad that you're enjoying the music as well. Let's continue with the program. And on stage, oh, by the way, before I call on stage our next guest, I just want to take the time to say thank you to Soulstream. That was absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Ngicela ukuzi-advertise. These are the kind of songs I play on my show. Laba be better together bakuphi. Abe better together bakuphi. Ama Radio 2000 listeners akhona. Gyanbona, thank you so much. Let's continue with the program. Remember, the minister is recognizing women that wake up at the crack of dawn and plow the land, women that ensure that there's food security in the country, and these women are you. And so I just want to remind you that the theme of these awards is recognizing the role of women in providing rural development, food security, as well as increasing production and employment. It is extremely important that we don't forget the reason why we are gathered here. Let's continue. I'd like to invite on stage Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mr. Mcebisi Skacha. Squatcha. There we go. He's a member of parliament, and his duty is to. With all due respect, ngicela ushaye turn around bakubone man. Abakubone man. With all due respect, akasemuhle. All protocol observed. Take it away, sir.
Ndimuhle am available. But you must go through Minister Titiza. She considers the applications. Thank you very much, Program Director. You know, when the MEC said Nibahle, the screen went to Tandi Moyo. And she was so beautiful. You know? Program Director, my colleagues, the MECs from the Northern Cape, from Mpumalanga, from Gauteng, and those that are absent here, the acting mayor, who welcomed us. Yes, you are the acting mayor today. And when the national anthem was being sung here, the lights went dark. But, you know, South Africans, we are resilient. It was as if we were told that it's going to be dark and everything. We just continued. And because we are in this space of agriculture, I thought DG of the say that says, Apur Maka plan. We just made a plan and continued. Minister, South Africans are unique. Even under the most difficult circumstances, we do find a plan and bring a solution. Where in the world have you ever heard of freedom and a negotiation process that starts in a prison cell? Only South Africans can do that. And here we are today, a free country. You know, on Saturday, we showed the world. And congratulations to the Springboks. It was the longest 80 minutes ever. But ultimately, we edged over them. 4 times we have won it. Congratulations to all of us. Let me not get carried away. I'm not a speaker. I'm just coming to introduce our leader today here. But it's difficult having listened to people who are saying, in 2005, she made a speech and heavens accepted her speech with rain. So, Minister, as I introduce you, the program director says women must mingle. I hope you will not mind me saying men also must mingle with women. I saw on the screen Ntate Dagata. I have never seen him dancing so much. And men must mingle, men must be handsome and beautiful because we are made of women. We are what we are because we were brought to this earth by women. And now, Minister, because this august occasion is to recognize women, allow me to do what is not in the program. I just want to recognize a man because it's a category I want to add now. And as I call him, I want him to stand up. He is the best dressed male tonight. And he is the HOD of agriculture in Mpumalanga. There he is. Put him on screen. I'm sure no one can disagree with that, you know. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been asked here to introduce our minister as we honor the women today who toil and wake up very early in the morning. Women who are made of sterner stuff. As we honor them, we remember Labo Dorothy Nyembe, Nontsigelelo Albertina Sisulu, Ruth First, Dalcy September, Helen Joseph, Jessie Kiwate, and we say to them as we remember them, that you have not left a void. Today we are led by a woman who has earned her stripes, a woman of worth, the youngest person to be appointed by Madiba in 1994, before she was even 30. And I am talking about none other than the Minister of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development. And I want to invite her to come on stage. Let's stand up and welcome Minister Togo Didiza.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister. I'm sorry that I'm speaking on a baritone voice today. I have got fever, but I say, fever or no fever, I'll make it to Mpumalanga. You saw this young, handsome man that was here. So anyone who's got an interest, he's already told you that applications go through me. but also ndingudabs, okanye u-auntie, okanye ubabekazi, who will be among the men who will go to negotiate. So I will have to really do a bit of screening so that I can negotiate for you to my uncles to say, actually, this is a good young lady who is worthy to be umchakazi umakoti walapha ekhaya. So those of you who are wannabes, you better be good to me. Thank you very much, our program director, Councillor Mashiko, who's here today in the acting capacity on behalf of the executive mayor. Thank you for welcoming us to your area and really making us to feel at home. Our Deputy Minister, Skwacha, who's our younger brother, that's how we call him. And he's very privileged. He's only just got another competitor, MEC Thabo Mnguni. All along, he has been the only guy. So he knows that wherever he is with us, he's in a good space. Our MEC Shiba, who is our host in this province, our MEC of Gauteng, Sisimbali Hlope, you're most welcome. Our MEC from Northern Cape, MEC Monopole, you are most welcome, sis. Our FAO representative, who's here among us, we want to recognize you, Oga. How is Oga? Oga is good. He is from Nigeria, but he is our country representative here from the Food and Agriculture Organization, the United Agency that is responsible for food and agriculture. Our Director General, Ramasodi, DDG Mehlomakulu, DDG Serache, DDG Moyo, DDG Clinton Heyman, and our HOD, the best dressed man, Mr. Chunda, our HOD of Gauteng, Matilda. I'm not sure whether there's another HOD that I'm missing. Is there anyone I'm missing? Free State, yes. Our Free State Chief Director, representative of HOD of the Free State, who's here. All our senior officials, both from national and our offices in the provinces, as well as our provincial departments of agriculture here in Mpumalanga and also in other provinces. Our women farmers, young and old, who are here, some of you who will be honored and recognized for the work that you have done, but that doesn't mean those of you who would not get any recognition today, it means you are not of value. All of you are very important. We also want to recognize our ladies and gentlemen who are here. Some of you are partners to those who have been recognized. Some of you are here because of the various expertise and the role that you play in agriculture. It is indeed an honor and privilege that we meet once again after the most terrible pandemic that South Africa has had, the COVID-19 pandemic. And we want, as we say so, to actually recognize many women and men, particularly those farmers and our officials that we lost during that period. We know it has been a difficult moment, but the risk they took was to make sure that many of us live. They risked their families, went to the fields. They risked their families as officials to make sure that indeed our food is secure for all South Africans. So we want to remember them today as we celebrate. It is a momentous occasion that we're having here in Mpumalanga, in which we recognize those who have shown the ability of taking agriculture to greater heights. It is you and many others who have kept the hope of our nation high. It is you who have made sure that you strive such that no one goes to bed without food. I wish to thank once again our deputy ministers in the sector, our MECs who work tirelessly all the day to ensure that our sector remains a critical sector of our economy. But also, I want to honor our MECs and our deputy ministers who played an important role during the COVID-19 pandemic. Some of you might have not seen them, but they worked behind the scene every day to make sure that agriculture continues to function. Your sacrifices, my colleagues, cannot be underestimated. And your sacrifices, as we recognize the role of agriculture today, we also count you among those who made you, as these women, to be where you are today. Amaqele netinzaba kuhlata ngoba nine bomake nabobabe lensemakhaya ninakekela lomhlaba nenda sikwati xoxa likati etiko nenda sikwati ukuthi ngingabi nendlala ngini nina nebekunene lenena ukuthi namhlanje sitigcatshe sibonakalise ukuthi njengebantfu singaphila emhlabeni kungako namhlanje sithi phezu komkhono. We meet here today to close an important month in the food and agricultural calendar globally. We do so proud as South Africa because one of our own, Ambassador Nosipho Jezile, who was the DG of Environmental Affairs, has taken over the chairship of the UN Committee on Food Security. South Africa is humbled that member states of the United Nations and civil society felt we can lead on this important sector as South Africa. The International Rural Women's Day and the World Food Day that has just passed once again remind us of the importance of food and agriculture in our lives. But more importantly, it reminds us of the role that women play in this sector. Early in 2000s, we actually conceived this idea of honoring women in agriculture. We wanted to highlight for our society that women play an important role in agriculture, not just as farm workers, as many others would have known, not just as subsistence farmers, as some would actually agree, but more so as women in the agricultural value chain in its entirety, as commercial producers, albeit at a smallholder level, and also as agri-entrepreneurs, as processors. I want to remind you that the agricultural value chain is not only in tilling the land, but you can be engaged in the logistics to move the food from the farm to the retail or to the market. You can also be engaged in the cold value chain where you have the cold trucks that can actually move the food from one point to the other. You can be part of the pack houses where you can ensure that what is produced is actually stored and ensure that it does not go to waste easily. Some of you can be part of agro dealers where you can sell seeds and fertilizers to those who are producers. Some of you can actually be the agro dealers by making sure that you have got mechanization such as tractors, planters and plows, but also the TLBs to make sure that those abahlahlumoba, they've got all the machinery that they require. What more can I say? Young people who are in the sector can actually be those who advise us on the best way in which we must produce. But also you can become agricultural engineers, you can become agricultural scientists, soil scientists, even at a high level where you can become breeders and make sure that we can turn one plant to the other. Some of you may wonder how your grapefruits emerged. It was through propagation and breeding. Many other plants that we see today have come out of those technologies that come from the work that scientists in agriculture do. I'm raising all of these to show you that the span of agriculture is much broader than we think. The second objective of why we started this recognition award was to encourage other women to see from those of you who are doing better that they too can succeed. I remember one of our awardees at the time was actually producing flowers for the market in Netherlands. And another woman in Makatini Flats who was already producing cotton at a large scale. But what was more important was the management style that all of these women shown in the way in which they manage agriculture. They did not only look at their enterprises and only care about profits, but they actually had social responsibility to make sure that the children of their farm workers can actually go to school. They also ensured that the livelihoods of the workers that they work with are better than what they have found. They integrated their workforce in decision-making so that even when they are not in the enterprise, their enterprises can continue without fail because the workers knew exactly what they needed to do. The other element we wanted to highlight about these recognition awards was actually to mainstream gender in our policy and our programmatic intervention, so that it's not just accidental that women are part of the agricultural sector, but we do so in a targeted way and being determined. All of these, if you look between the years 2000 and today, many women can stand on their own. And I must say that I'm happy that now through the land beneficiary and selection policy, which states that women will benefit 50% of all land that government distribute, are starting to show some fruits. We may not be there, but already there are women who are farm owners in their own right. Some of them are leasing our land and have got the potential of owning those assets. But some of this work has not only remained in what the state does, it has also influenced the thinking of our traditional leaders. Many of the women who are actually showing success in agriculture are actually farming in communal land under traditional authorities. Traditional leaders themselves have understood that if they want to keep their rural communities thriving, they need to give land to women so that they can till it. Maybe some of you can ask a question. Why is it necessary that we celebrate women? Isn't it possible that we should also celebrate men? We agree, yes, we can. But remember that for a long time, women were never seen in this sector. Neither were they acknowledged for the work that they did. So we want to actually have a bit of a catch-up so that women indeed can occupy the various spaces in this agricultural sector with confidence. But also, women make up more than half of the world's population. They are the organizers of their families and societies. They are co-creators with God who bring life to this earth. They impart knowledge to their children at an early age. And because of that role that they play, we feel it is important to pay particular attention to this half of our population. Because if that half of our population is actually empowered, equally we will have successful societies that can make our country's life better than they were before. We also do this because we know that if we empower women, most of our communities will actually thrive. I always say, if you go in a bus stop and just see women standing on a queue waiting for their bus, as well as men, by the time those women enter in that bus, they would have known each other by name, they would have known the children of the other, even the husbands, and who is doing what. So the power of networking, they would have even solved the problems of one another. Uma mnyangena usawuthatha uze kwami ngizakunika wethu. But men, they're good. But they will stand in that bus station, they would look straight, waiting for the bus, just look once to see if it's really the bus that is coming. When the bus stops, up the stairs, they go and sit. Tube still, they don't talk until their station comes. So this other half of the population is able to network and build bridges. That is why it is important that we do not see these programs as an irritation or a nuisance, but they are very important and fundamental in nation building because of the role that women play in our society. I always say, if God had chosen men to be co-creators, well, they are in part, not fully, but he recognized that this nation would never grow. If a man gets sick, the whole house collapses. Even if it was a mere flu. Maganompumelelo. Ziyachuluka. Upubana kaunthengela ipilisi. Hey, everybody in this house is up and about because utatu yakhula. But if umama was sick, uzawuthe khwehlela apha ebhedini, in the morning, ubaba will be saying, oh, Nkosi yami, yela mashikho kudlwani. And you ask yourself, how? Ngiyagula nje. But somehow, he figures out that you are stronger, you'll be able to make a plan, you know. So God thought wisely and said, hey, this Zalanani Nande business won't work if I don't make a woman to be the one who brings life and nurture this life to grow. But we appreciate the seed because it's important, but we nurture it so that it grows. I also think it's important for us to look at women as a critical component in our economic participation. Because if we empower women, particularly in agriculture, we know that we're not only focusing in the sector, but we are also making sure that we build leaders of tomorrow who are going to ensure that livelihoods in our community becomes even stronger. But they would also be able to nurture the natural environment the land, which is very finite. Uyabona umhlaba mawunawo ngeke wanze ebonini. Ukhona nje kumele siugadze siunakekele kude kuthi netitukulwane tethu tikwati kutiphilisa. Yingakho ke sithi bomake akusiko nje kuphela ukuthi bayalima keje mabelima bayakwati ukuthi lo mhlaba sitawuphatha njani ukude ukwati ukuthi usondle namhlanje usondle nakusasa. Kanti futhi ngoba bomake bayafundzisa masikwati kugxila kubo sibafundzise batawukwati kufundzisa nabantwana bafundzise nabomakhelwane ukuthi yenkosi yami yemnakethu uma ungafuni kulala ulambile nansi imbewu utshala ukude nawe utidlelele spinach kusasa. So it is for that reason that we also want to focus on women, because they are educators. They will be able to look after the natural environment, but also they'll be able to make sure that we bring more people into employment through agriculture. So today, we are here to say, Siyabong, thank you for the role you play in our communities. Remember, Sengigcina, I want to say, remember that agriculture is a business. We are not only there to make sure that there is food to eat at home. Yes, that is important. But we want to make sure that the surplus that we produce, we can be able to sell and trade and utilize that money in order to build our homes and buy our cars and do all the necessary things that we require so that our economy can grow. So, masisibona nje sila singatibukeli phasi yabonini. Ngiyanibona nje labanye bekuthi Nkosi yami yathi nje market ngiyalima nje. Hayi. You must just say, hey, market shiba, market monopoly, market hlophe nawe wena squatcha. I'm actually a businesswoman involved in agriculture. Uyabona uthi uthi nalamehlo, uthi chache nje. Sibone ukuthi ha akhuluma mani lo sesi. And this is why we're here to say qinani lidolo. Don't say I've got an award today. Make sure that the year and another year we are just going to flourish and fly. But as you do so, pull another one with you. Thank you very much and congratulations.
A big round of applause for the Minister of Agriculture, Land Reform, as well as Rural Development. She is the reason that we are here, and she is extremely passionate about women. She's extremely passionate about farming. And I remember meeting the minister for the first time, and we were doing an OB. An OB in broadcasting terms is outside broadcast. And I remember when she arrived, everybody said, the minister's here, the minister's here, the minister's here. Namga tatazela, the minister is here. And when she walked in to the station where we were broadcasting, very humble, very serious about what it is that she is doing, and also extremely serious about women. And once the interview was done, I thought to myself, hi, the minister was here. Definitely, the minister was here. Another round of applause for the minister. Right now, I'd like us to get into the actual award ceremony, and we will be playing a voiceover outlining the nomination process for the 2023 Women Recognition Awards. You might be wondering, how did we come to the number as well as the women that we will be recognizing today? This voiceover as well as this video will give you a better understanding.
The Women Recognition Awards are intended to acknowledge the remarkable efforts and contributions of women across the value chain of the sector and across the length and breadth of the country. Tonight, a total of 47 women producers will be recognized for their excellence and contribution to food security. These women were drawn from the 9 provinces in the following categories: smallholder, commercial, agro-processing, and women with disability. Since this event is not a competition, but recognition awards, each province submitted names in each of the 4 categories listed above. There will further be 2 additional special awards recognizing Best Women-Led Community Association and the subsistence farmer that benefited from presidential employment stimulus. The selection criteria for nominating these women farmers is based on the guiding document for the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development Women Entrepreneur Awards Program. The document stipulates requirements for each category. Provincial Departments of Agriculture, jointly with Provincial Shared Services Centers, nominated and submitted their best performing women farmers to be acknowledged in the various categories. For the 2 special awards, the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development developed a criteria to assess and recommend the best women-led CPA, whilst Best Presidential Economic Stimulus Farmers nominations were also subjected to the existing Departmental Women Entrepreneurs Awards guiding document under the Subsistence Farmers category.
There we go. That was the nomination process, and that's how we came to the women that will be recognized today. And I'm so excited for all of you that will be getting recognized. And can we please take a picture? Especially when you've got your certificate. Nami ngifuna isithombe, okay? Ungangikhohlwa. And so let's begin with the ceremony. I'd like to call on to the stage the minister. Am I getting a notice? All right, just a quick note is when the videos are playing, there will be videos that will be playing. For those that are in the videos, I would like for you to come up on stage and line up this side. This will be the entryway and this will be the exit. It's just going to make the program flow a lot easier. And I repeat, if you see yourself on the video, please make your way to the front of the stage. This will be the entrance as well as the exit, just so that we have a wonderful flow. All right, I think let's begin with our first video of smallholder farms and farmers rather. And for this program, or rather for this category, I'd like to invite on stage the Minister of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development, Ms. Togo Didiza, as well as the Deputy Minister, Mcebisi Skwacha, rather. I'm so sorry about that. I'd also like to invite Gauteng MEC, Ms. Mbali Hlophe, on stage as we prepare to hand over the awards. I would like to repeat, if you see yourself on the video, may you please come to the front of the stage and yes, so that we can give you your awards. Oh, the honorable dignitaries, you will be yebo. So we will see the video first, and once the video is done playing, I would ask our VVIPs to come on stage.
Patience Machikijela Poultry and Vegetable Project is situated at Lubisini Village in Mount Fletcher. Patience was not born blind, but she lost her eyesight in 2017. She started with the project in the year 2016, producing vegetables like cabbage, spinach, pumpkin, onion, beetroot, green pepper, and she is also rearing layers and broilers. Due to the soil type, she plots some of her vegetables in tires filled with soil. She is well supported by the Department of Rural Development and Agrarian Reform with seeds, seedlings, feeds, and other inputs. She contributes to the community and would like to be assisted with soil preparations.
From the Free State Province is Malitsatsi Tswai, the owner of Skiepan Farm, situated outside Herzogsville under Tokologo Local Municipality in the Free State Province. She got 1,154 hectares of land from the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development in 2017 and started operating in 2019 with livestock farming mainly bonsmara, goats, sheep and chicken production. She sells approximately 60 calves, 15 goats, 20 sheep and 100 free-range chickens per year. The business supplies scenic, neighboring farmers and communities. She has employed 1 permanent and 2 casual employees on the farm. She also bought uniform for 50 learners from Kigomodiso Primary School. From the Gauteng province is Ms. Chifiwa Emma Mutavachindi, who established Faranani Sichaba Cooperative in 1997 in Block KK, Soshanguve. The cooperative was started because Ms. Mutabachindi and her husband Takarani were both unemployed and had a background of farming from childhood. The cooperative leases a 5-hectare land at the Royval Sustainable Village from Tshwane Municipality and fully utilizes space allocated to them. The cooperative also produces spinach, mustard, lettuce, okra, rape, sweet potato, groundnut, spring onion, baby spinach and pumpkin. Vegetables are planted on a 5-hectare land and crops which are vulnerable to direct sunlight are planted under the nets. The cooperative has received 5 bags of land, 15 tins of tomato and pepper seeds each from the Department of Rural Development and Land Reform. The cooperative has 9 members, 8 females and 1 male, of which 5 are youth and 1 lives with a disability, and all are working full-time at the project. From KwaZulu-Natal is Sir Rooster Farms, a creation of Zinzi and Zwelakhe Manana, established in 2012. Sales and marketing by background, they wanted to give home cooks access to the best South African produce, ordinarily destined for top tables of restaurants, hotels, supermarkets and caterers. By building a new supply chain, they supply better meat direct to your door and business. Sir Rooster Farms is based in Pongola in the northern KwaZulu-Natal. From Limpopo province is Munyaziwa Violet Masuka, the owner of Lushuta Farming Cash Crops. The farm is in Nwini village in the Vembe Central Zone in Thohoyandou. After completing grade 11 in 1986, she got married and realized that there was little employment, and her husband had drilled water at home. Then she gained interest in farming using that water. In 2006, she started farming at her backyard by planting vegetables. She then requested 5 hectares of land from her local headman, where she paid 2,000 rand for that piece of land, where she started planting tomatoes. She sells tomatoes locally and has extended her trade to Mozambique. Currently, she has a fixed contract with Tiger Brands and also sells some of her produce like baby marrows to the Tshwane and Johannesburg fresh produce markets. Seasonally, she plants no less than 5 hectares of produce and rotates her crops accordingly. She keeps clear records of expenditure and income that's coming into the business. She has employed 3 permanent employees and 36 seasonal employees. Mashaba Farming was established in 2009 and has 5 active members, 4 females and 1 male. The enterprise currently operates on a 634-hectare farm in Hardebeesspruit under Emalahleni Municipality in Mpumalanga Province. The farm belongs to the state and is leased to Mashaba Farming Agricultural Primary Cooperatives and other projects under land reform through the PLSA program. The leasing period is 30 years. Mashaba Farming is involved in mixed farming, which includes grain crops, maize and soya beans, which are sold to Avgri, a variety of vegetables, spinach, green pepper and beetroot, which are planted at a very small scale and sold formally and informally at local shops, and they are intensively breeding pigs for POCUS markets. Mashaba Farming also empowers and mentors farm dwellers who were given a portion on the farm to produce field crops. Palisa Watch is the owner and founder of Watch P Piggery, which was established in 2010 and located at Haskral Plot 42 IQ 4260 under Dr. Kenneth Kaunda District Municipality in the Northwest Province. The farm sits on an 8.5 hectare piece of land with production currently on 30 sows breeding. Palesa also rents sheep on the farm to assist her with cash flow while still expanding the piggery enterprise. She sells her livestock to local abattoirs and auctions. She has also secured market at Syferfontein and Hunters Flay abattoirs and plans to sell to local farmers who are operating grower units. The farm has created employment to 2 permanent workers and 1 casual laborer who are all responsible for the farm's good housekeeping, cleaning of the infrastructure and feeding of the animals. From the Western Cape is Miss Dorothy Joseph, who started farming in 2003 with 200 layer chicks and currently has more than 1,000 layers. Due to a backlog in demand of replacement chicks and also as a result of bird flu in the Western Cape, the production has not reached its full potential. All the eggs are sold to spaza shops, wholesalers, retailers, chain stores and local people in the Mossel Bay area. The farm has excellent financial record-keeping program and the department has seen it as one of the best record-keeping projects.
A round of applause for our nominees. And now it's time for them to get recognized. This is very, very exciting. This is the reason why we are here. Abo Mama that work so tirelessly and work the early hours of the morning until the late hours of the night. And we just want to take the time right now to recognize you. And I'd like to call on stage to receive her certificate as well as her award, Patience Nontutuzelo Mbele. A round of applause for Patience Nontutuzelo Mbele. Our next recipient is Umam Maletsatsi Tswai from the Free State. A round of applause for her. Well done to the Free State, and we've got Mechifiwa Emma Mutabatsini. I hope I'm saying that correctly, from Gauteng. Mechifiwa, it's your turn, Mama. A round of applause for Mechifiwa, our recipient from the Gauteng province. Our next recipient is Uma Zinzi Manana. Mazinzi Manana is from KwaZulu Natal. Awuzwake ma. The Limpopo province is also here. Munyadziwa Violet Masuka, you are our next recipient. A round of applause. Our next recipient is Constance Mashaba from Mpumalanga. Our next recipient comes all the way from the Northern Cape, Elizabeth Pitboy. A round of applause. Elizabeth Pitboy, congratulations. Congratulations. All the way from the Northern Cape. Northern Cape again. Let's go to the Northwest. Balisa, watch. Congratulations. Aw bokoni bophirima. Ai. And last but definitely not least, the Western Cape, well represented in the house by Dorothy Joseph. Congratulations, Dorothy. Let's give a huge round of applause to all our winners. I am so inspired by these ladies, I really am. Let's move to our next category. And this time around, the category is commercial farmers, if I'm not mistaken, or am I repeating the same category? No. We just dealt with smallholder farmers. Now it is time for commercial farmers. And I will forever remember what the minister said, that yes, as much as farming provides food and yes, it nourishes us, but it is also a business as well. And we must never forget that it is a business. And so we are going to play the video of all the commercial farmers that are nominated, or rather that will be receiving an award in this category. And if you see your beautiful face in the video, please come to this side of the stage, and we can't wait to celebrate you. And so the commercial farmers is the category that we're zoning in on right now. Take a look at the screens.
Kwetani Sipe is the owner of Sipe Development and Capacitation Agency, or SIDECA, established in 2014. The farm operates on 25 hectares of land at Kaplan Village and in Nise. SIDECA supplies various local and national clients such as Garden Court, Pick and Pay, the Co-op, Umteza Co-op, Spa, government departments, Ideal Veg, Food Lovers Market, and street vendors. Their community impact on the farm is having created 21 permanent jobs, 16 of which are women, 5 youth, 12 seasonal workers during planting, and 2 interns. And they regularly give the community vegetables and chickens when there are funerals and donate vegetables to the local schools. The farm produces 280,000 seedlings per week and smallholder farmers, local and provincial. And now her dream is to own an abattoir.
Yes.
From the Free State Province is Vuselwa Maseko, who's the owner of Vuvu COJ Trading Pty Limited, which she started in 2017 on a leased farm in Heidelberg, which she later relocated to a farm in Kroonstad and expanded to a farm in Kopis. She uses 315 hectares from 737 hectares of land for grazing and planting crops. She plants smart finger grass, rooigrass, and other vegetables. She has also Bonsmara breed with 173 beef cattle, 38 feedlot steers, and 52 calves. In 2023, the harvest yielded 800 tons of maize and 45 tons of sunflower. She employs 6 permanent staff members and 1 temporary worker.
Ramahloni Dimakato is the owner of Maledi Fresh, which started outsourcing and selling vegetables in 2010. She bought land to the size of 6 hectares in size and started planting her very own produce. She started planting multiple crops on 500 square meters and is now producing spinach, beetroot, and onions as the main crops. After a year, the farmer bought 3 tunnels. She planted spinach in 1 tunnel, broccoli in another, and tomatoes in the 3rd one. She is currently producing on 1 hectare of land and aims to occupy 2 hectares by the end of the year 2023. The vision is to plant on 5 hectares of land and use the remaining space for a pack house, training center, and accommodation for students. She employs 10 seasonal workers and 4 permanent employees. Philile Mzobe is the owner of Nguvani Co Pty Limited, located in Mlalazi local municipality under Kinkeshwayo district. The project is a 100% female-owned enterprise established in 2014 and has 6 permanent employees. Ms. Mzobe is farming with crop, poultry, piggery, goat, and sheep. Tunnels and nursery are currently underway. Slaughtering is done in a traditional manner on site as per local customer request. Their meat is then processed into boerewors and sausages. The chickens are then portioned and sold as braai packs locally. Noord Brabant Farm is situated in the Waterberg District Municipality of the Limpopo Province. The farm is owned by the Department of Rural Development and Land Reform, or DRDLR, of which Mrs. Muraro Munyamela is a leasee. Mrs. Muraro Munyamela is the only beneficiary who acquired the farm of 1,355 hectares through the DRDLR GLASS program in 2022. The farm has 500 hectares of arable land and 855 hectares of natural pastures. The primary enterprises are crop, maize, sunflower, and wheat, and the secondary enterprise is livestock production. The Nkanyezi Poultry Farm consists of 2 beneficiaries situated in Chakastad under Chief Albert Lutuli local municipality. The farm contributes socially and economically to the local community by boosting local economy, improving the livelihoods of rural people by improving their diets and reducing crime because people are employed. The business has 2 broiler houses and 2 more fully automated houses that are planned to be commissioned in November 2023 with a carrying capacity of 50,000 chickens, a high throughput abattoir and a further processing plant to value add the chickens. The company is currently supplying 18,000 chickens to Mpumalanga boarding schools and collaborating with other small-scale poultry producers in Mpumalanga, and has partnered with an abattoir to process the chickens while waiting for the Nkanyezi farm abattoir to be completed and commissioned. Maria Cantuan is a livestock producer situated in the Rust and Vrede farm outside Kimberley. She started farming in 2007 with 12 goats she bought from a commercial farmer in her area of Richi. Salt Lake local municipality awarded her with 2 camps of 342 hectares of land with a borehole, windmill and water troughs for her animals in the Doorns Common Age farm. In 2014, she received a blast farm of 2,645 hectares from the Department of Land Reform and Rural Development. This farm has 14 camps with necessary equipment, however, with no water infrastructure. She currently owns 73 cattle, 62 boer goats, and 122 Dorpe sheep. Maria sells her animals to GWK and Vleis Central in Kimberley. And so far, she has created 3 permanent jobs. Maria also contributes to funerals in the community and donates food and gifts to disabled children at the Home of the Disabled during the festive season.
From the Northwest is Lerato Milwa, one of the members of Batlako Demo Services Primary Cooperative that was registered in 2010 and produces sunflower on a 100-hectare scale of land in Mabiskral. With the help of CEDA, she acquired this farm through the Department of Rural Development and Land Reform. The farm consists of 5 members, 3 females, 2 males, and 2 youth. The farm is on a 30-year lease from the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development with an option to purchase. Batlako Demo Services farmland consists of 61.5 hectares in total, 44.41 hectares planted and 22.78 hectares in production. The cooperative is in the Hartbeespoort area in Brits. They produce various types of citrus fruits such as lemons, mandarins, and oranges. They supply products locally in the fresh markets and in Mahalis, and internationally to countries such as Taiwan, the Middle East, the USA, Russia, the Philippines, China, and Singapore. The farm employs about 15 permanent workers, 20 contract workers, 81 seasonal workers, and 15 in-service training students from different agricultural institutions.
Beverly Joseph purchased this business of running a hops farm from the SA Breweries or SAB, and she was once a plant breeder for SAB. This farm is situated in the Wabumskral area, which is the best location for growing hops in South Africa due to its climate and geographical location. 5 hectares of proteas was established, capital irrigation and plant material have been implemented during the 2019-2020 financial year. She also bought a tractor, truck and sprayer during the 2020 and 2021 financial year. Currently, the project is busy with the implementation of the packing facility.
Sure. I think we were all amazed by what these women are doing. Everybody in the room was busy. Wow, wow, wow. It is absolutely incredible. And that's why tonight we are recognizing them. And I'd like to call on stage, the minister's going to be tired by the time we end this beautiful award ceremony. I'd like to call on stage the Minister herself. The reason why we are here, Minister of Agriculture, Land Reform, as well as Rural Development, Ms. Togo Didiza, as well as Northern Cape MEC, Ms. Masi Manupole, as well as Mpumalanga MEC, Ms. Busisiwe Shiba. I'd like you to come onto the stage to help me hand over the awards. It's a great opportunity as well to take a picture, si poste, babonu ukuthi senzani la. A round of applause. All right, are we ready? Are we ready to celebrate? Are we ready to celebrate? Uthini bathini celebrate good times. Let's call on stage Kwetana Sipesihle from Eastern Cape. Our next recipient is Vuselwa Maseko, all the way from the Free State. Oh, congratulations. Our next recipient is Ms. Ramahlo Didi Makatso from Gauteng. Philile Mzobe from KwaZulu Natal. What's that, sis? Our next recipient is Miss Muraro Munyamela from Limpopo. Bathi iyangena imali, hayi iyangena. Lebogang Dludlu representing Mpumalanga. Our next recipient is Maria Kantwan from the Northern Cape. Our next recipient is Lerato Muilwa, all the way from Bukoni Bupirima, Northwest. We've saved the best for last. Beverly Joseph from the Western Cape, come receive your award. Thank you so much. A big round of applause to all our recipients. Isn't it just inspiring? Isn't it just amazing? Absolutely amazing. The next category is agro-processing. Last year, when I was invited to a similar event, I was introduced to a lady who actually turns butternut seeds into coffee. I know. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, I need to taste it again. There's no way. There's absolutely no way you are turning butternut seeds into coffee. And that is the process of agro-processing. I learned a little bit more. And so I'm excited about this category because we see how, the fruits that come from the land can be turned into different products and different produce. And so let's play the agro-processing video and all our nominees. And I just want to say, if you see yourself in the video, please come closer to the stage. Please come closer to the stage. We've made chairs available so you can sit comfortably before you receive your award.
Zola James started her business in 2018, farming with fresh produce using pots for planting, otherwise known as hydroponics. The entity was given 3,500 fruit trees by Harmony Gold Mines for the beneficiary of the youth in the area. The nursery takes 2 to 3 hectares and they use drip irrigation with water that comes from the water mainstream and dam reservoir of the nursery. Of the 3,500 fruit trees given, 875 are trees of different types. The trees are sold to local markets. Operational costs go to monthly rentals and labor. They have 2 permanent employees and they employ casuals on different harvesting seasons. Representing Free State is Kekezo Renita Mukhotu, the young sole owner of Mtswako Immune Booster Enterprise, situated in Oudendaalsrus outside Welkom. The business started in 2020 at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, when people were advised to take as much immune boosters as possible. Mtswako Immune Booster processed natural ingredients such as oranges, ginger, lemon and garlic to produce immune boosters that include juice in different flavors, honey and turmeric puree and booster shots. The owner currently operates from home but is in the process of finding a bigger facility in Welkom given the increasing demand from reputable retailers. Mtswako Immune Booster produces approximately 500 units of 300 ml of juice, 200 units of 235 grams of honey and turmeric, and 200 units of 100 ml of booster shots per month. She supplies Pick n Pay, Roots Butchery, Spa and Elizabeth pharmacies around Welkom and has recently obtained a purchasing order from Food Lovers. The business employs 3 permanent staff members. Miss Mukwena of Made with Rural is currently planting 3 hectares of chilies on the farm. She also has contracts with farmers in Taunton and Brandflay who grow chilies in 2 hectares of land. She buys seeds and fertilizers for those farms that are growing chilies for her and buys chilies from them. She uses merchandisation to prepare the land. To fertilize the soil, she uses organic liquid fertilizers. She harvests fresh chilies and collects weekly or bi-weekly from other farmers. She also planted onion, garlic, ginger, fresh herbs for making sauces. She also uses oil, vinegar, and salts. When cooking, she starts by frying ingredients with oil before adding the rest. Chilies is packaged while the jars and chili sauces are still hot, then closing the jars to preserve moisture. The sauces come in a different variety, namely sweet and sour chilies, chilies relish, normal chilies, and herbs relish, sweet and sour chiladidu, chilies and herbs chiladidu, and pepperino. She also supplies 4 news groups, that's news cafe chain stores. Some sauces that are delivered to the retail shops are cooked at BM Foods as they have a phytosanitary certificate. For informal markets, she cooks at home. Sauces are 125 grams, 375 grams, and 2.5 kg buckets. Mtabe is the owner of Sibuqali Foods from Ilovu, Amazimtoti, under the eThekwini municipality in KwaZulu-Natal province. The business has been in operation since 2016 and leases the land from the eThekwini municipality. She processes amadumbe, cassava, sweet potato, and turnips into 10,000 packets of crispy chips per month, 20 kgs of low GI, low carb flour, and instant cereals. She supplies Oxford Fresh Market, Manoli's Munchies, Mbewu Fruit and Veg, Macro Online, and The Range. The business created 9 permanent jobs and intends to grow and export to Europe and America. Retang Pasha is the co-owner of Setsong Tea Crafters located in Matlala Ramoshebo Marble Hall. Setsong is made up of artisanal herbal tea products that are crafted from wild harvested indigenous flora found in the natural landscapes of
person that we were whose video we were playing was Angel Mbata from Mpumalanga. If we can continue from Unomasonto Munchu from the Northern Cape, is that possible? The technical team at the back, is it possible to start from where we left off? They said I must give them a moment.
Tea varieties identified have been consumed for over 5 generations by the elderly members of the Bapedi tribe in Sekhukhune, which resulted in a great deal of history and heritage being associated with this tea range. Setsong Tea Crafters aims to develop the rural economy and create jobs within the rural areas of South Africa and has already created 20 jobs in rural Sekhukhune, Limpopo. Miss Angel Mbata is the owner of Huku Poultry Farm, situated in Naas, which is about 120 kilometers east of Nelspruit town. The project was established in 2016 at a very small scale of production. Started with 2 broiler houses, which accommodate 1,000 broilers each. In 2020, they started looking for a new place for expansion of the project and were given 6 hectares of land to expand their farming activities. They then decided to divert to layers production after realizing the demand of eggs. In February 2022, they procured 10,000 old chicks and reared them until the production phase, which started in August 2022. The cages that have been installed can accommodate 24,000 layers. A borehole has been drilled as a source of water in the project. There are 5,000 liters each of JoJo tanks, which are used as backup tanks. The project has a contract with Horn Africa. This is a company with more than 10 supermarkets in Nkomazi. The surplus is also sold to the local markets and the informal retailers around Nas and Tonga. Nomasonto Moncho is the owner of Farm and Grow to Succeed. The entity was incorporated as a vehicle to assist farmers in the rural and township areas, especially youth farmers, enabling them to gain access to funding and market opportunities. She produces vegetables such as chilies, green peppers, onions, herbs, and does poultry farming. Nomasonto further processes fresh and frozen vegetables, babala sauces, fresh and frozen chicken meat and eggs. She supplies Spar, ShopRite, and Checkers. Farm and Grow to Succeed employs 7 employees, and they receive technical support through monthly extension services and capacity building through CASP training and capacity building program. Mpobu project started in 2005 as a group called Sheila B Club. It consisted of 7 members who were trained by the Department of Agriculture through ARC. In 2007, the group fell apart and Mpobu remained with the company. She changed the name and registered as KTNM Business Enterprise and worked alone in Brooksby in Ngaka Mudiri Mulema in the Northwest Province. The core business of the project is to keep bee colonies for pollination and produce organic honey, comb honey, and wax for our livelihoods. She has 80 beehives in Mooifontein and others in the neighboring farms. Mpo has traditional beehives also where she produces only 2 kgs per hive per season. However, the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development assisted her with the conventional beehives, where the average yield obtained from a Langstroth hives per season is 7 kgs per hive. The price of 1 kg differs from one area to another and ranges between 120 to 150 rand. Marelise Niemann established Memento in 2013 while she was a winemaker at Beaumont Family Wines in Bot River. She runs a registered entity that specializes in wine production. She has since become known for wines of purity, elegance, and honesty, working with old vines in both Bot River and the Swartland with a minimal intervention approach, putting terroir front and center. The first vintage was 2 barrels of Grenache Noir, and her love with the grape has deepened. She now works with all 3 Grenache varieties, having added Grenache Blanc to the repertoire in 2019. Now based at Anisbos Farm next to Gebierskloof, she has spent 4 years working at Christelam and Thorn & Daughters. Marelise is becoming increasingly known as the champion of the variety.
That was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've decided to move away from the stage because I'm getting into all the pictures. They're going to be asking, who's that lady in all of the pictures? And I want you to have your moment with the minister. I want you to have your moment on stage. So I will be here while I call all the recipients. Okay? Are you okay if I'm here? Ne? It's fine. It's fine. Ma, yimlo futhi. We're going to call the minister on stage. And let me actually, you are not alone, ma'am. You are not going to be alone. Let me get them quickly, ma. Is everyone still having a great time? Fantastic. So on stage, I'd like to call the minister, of course, who's on standby. She's always ready. And I'd also like to call on the stage Director General of Agriculture, Land Reform, as well as Rural Development, Mr. Mweketsa Ramasodi, as well as FAO Country Representative, Dr. Babagada, on stage to help honor our recipients. Are you ready to receive your award? This is the reason why you're here. This is the reason why you're here. All right. So we've got Nokzola James, all the way from the Eastern Cape. Agasemu. Congratulations. Congratulations. Keketso Mohotu from the Free State. And in Gauteng, we've got Miss Lieko Mukwene. Congratulations, congratulations. Sibongile Nzabe from KwaZulu-Natal. Phakama sisi, phakama. All the way from Limpopo, we've got Phahla Retang. Angel Mbatha from Mpumalanga. Nomasonto Munchu from the Northern Cape. And last, definitely not least, Mpho Elizabeth Bohachu, all the way from Bukoni Bupirima, Northwest. Thank you so much and congratulations. Congratulations. The next category is extremely, extremely important. Honoring women who farm, but also honoring women with disabilities. And it is going to be Disability Month as a month. Go to the minister, she's calling. When the minister calls, you run. Uma wanted to make sure that I let everybody know that the wine lady, the reason why we didn't call her on stage, she's not with us tonight. So that's why we didn't call her on stage. And so our next category, extremely important, where we honor women with disabilities. On the 2nd of November marks Disability Month. And this category is a very long one because we need to honor those who have been overlooked for a very long time. And this is the reason why we are gathered here. And so I just want to begin the video as we've done with all other categories so you know who our nominees are.
Oitumelo Mushweshwe is the sole owner of Ahang Ngai at Ngai village in Maclaire. The project was started in 2017. She is farming in a communal land that was granted by the traditional authority, and the land size is 1 hectare arable. Boitumelo produces maize in 1 hectare, potato in 0.5 hectare, and spinach and cabbage in 0.5 hectare. She employs 6 casual laborers during planting and harvesting times. The farmer is using a minimum tillage system in her farm in order to minimize soil structure disturbance and encourage the moisture retention capacity of the soil, and she uses contour lines on sloppy fields to prevent soil erosion, which may result in dongas and land degradation. Her market is informal, and she sells maize at 150 Rand per 40 kg bag, and potatoes are sold at 90 Rand per 10 kg bag. She also posts on social media. Patience Machikijela Poultry and Vegetable Project is situated at Lubisini village in Mount Fletcher. Patience was not born blind, but she lost her eyesight in 2017. She started with the project in the year 2016, producing vegetables like cabbage, spinach, pumpkin, onion, beetroot, green pepper, and she is also rearing layers and broilers. Due to the soil type, she plots some of her vegetables in tyres filled with soil. She is well supported by the Department of Rural Development and Agrarian Reform with seeds, seedlings, feeds, and other inputs. She contributes to the community and would like to be assisted with soil preparations. Nomsa Piggery Sheep and Vegetable Project is a sole-owned project and is situated at Dingwane village, which is approximately 12 kilometers from Mount Fletcher towards Matatiele in the Eastern Cape. The project is run by a disabled female farmer that is mentally impaired. She plants different vegetables like cabbage, spinach, potatoes, and tomatoes for household consumption. She expanded production capacity until she had a surplus to sell. She also produces pigs and sheep. She uses kraal manure and pig waste in order to fertilize and improve the structure of her soil and to retain soil moisture content. Ms. Koliswa Dabula owns Dabula Vegetable Project, situated close to Mount Frere in the Eastern Cape. In 2020, Ms. Dabula was diagnosed with permanent eyesight and vision challenge that resulted to her struggling to find employment to support her family. The project operates on a 2-hectare fenced land and specializes mainly in organic vegetable production, such as cabbage, spinach, and potatoes, and adds maize and wool production as seasonal enterprises. The project operates in a space for storage and accommodation. There are currently only casual workers that are paid with the produce. The project is selling its produce to local communities and local hawkers. Portia Mukwena is a female living with a disability who farms broilers on a subsistence scale at Tlolong in Gestel. She started her farming enterprise in 2018 after recovering from stroke. The enterprise runs at a backyard of her parents' homestead in a shacked old garage. She started her business at a scale of 50 broilers and has not been able to grow due to financial constraints. Nevertheless, she continues to produce broilers to supplement her household food needs and generate surplus income. DALRRD Community Project was established in 2011 by community members that volunteered to produce crops. DALRRD Community Project produces vegetables on an open land and plant herbs. They produce spinach, Chinese cabbage, beetroot, carrots, onion, chaumulia, sweet potatoes, turnip, cabbage, eggplant, red onion, wonder beans, bush beans, leeks, peanuts, and potatoes. In 2014, DALRRD moved to an old age home in Zone 14, where they continued with a vegetable garden. The project has 6 members, 3 of each male and female, with 1 person living with disability. The ward councillor of Zone 17 gave them a piece of land and connected a water tap in the garden. The agreement between the ward councillor and the project members is to keep the area clean always, as it forms part of the community park. Cynthia Buntle Musweswi is the owner of Moarabi Farming and Trading Business, which started in 2004, situated in Randfontein in the Gauteng province. She was involved in a car accident in 2006 and sustained injuries to her legs that left her disabled. Her disability did not demotivate her due to a passion for farming. Instead, she became more committed and started producing vegetables and supplying Spar and other retailers around Randfontein. Unfortunately, due to a shortage of water in her farm, she stopped producing vegetables and ventured into beekeeping given the demand of honey in her area. She produces raw honey from 130 beehives and bee wax, which she sells to informal markets in neighboring communities. Victoria Matebogo Moane, who is hearing impaired, is the owner of the Voice Out Deaf enterprise, which is based in Western Area in Randfontein in the Gauteng province. The business has been operating since 2016 and leases the land for its production. Her business has 10 greenhouses where she produces 20 tons of tomatoes, 10 tons of pepper, 10 tons of spinach, and 5,000 cabbages per cycle. She sells her produce to the local hawkers, Pick and Pay, Spar, and Fruit and Veg Market, and the profit is reinvested back into the business. The enterprise employs 41 workers, 7 of which are permanent and half are deaf. She has adopted a school for the deaf, bought her 10 workers and deaf community members 300 KFC food parcels during the COVID-19 period, bought 10 workers' bicycles, donates vegetables to Old Age Society and 2 creches in Muhlakeng, and assisted 20 deaf workers to apply and get RDP houses. Susan Ngobeni is a founding member of the Hoiti Mudimu Care and Support, which was registered in 2006 in Kanana, Hammanskraal. They consist of 6 females and a male, with 4 being deaf. The agricultural project started in 2018 for household consumption purposes and generating little income from surplus produce. They produce spinach, kale, cabbage, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, carrots, and beetroot at the center. They donate their vegetables to the needy households, conduct counseling and do referrals, conduct sign language training, and sewing to develop vulnerable individuals. Khulumile Thokozile Msezane started producing spinach and pumpkins in her household yard in 1994. She was involved in a car accident and had a nerve injury on her foot, leading to paralysis. She plants staple foods like cabbage, maize, and bean vegetables on a 2-hectare piece of land since 2000. Ms. Msezane shares her produce with her neighbors and also donates her produce to the nearby creche. Ndomfuthi Ngengwa is the sole owner of Masibumbane Entertainment and Others Enterprise, which is located in Mbulwane outside Greytown in the KwaZulu-Natal province. The business started operating in 2010 and specializes with the production of yogurt and amasi, sour milk, which has been tested by SANAS. Milk, which is a critical production input for the business, is sourced from Kadara, processed into different flavors of low-fat, smooth and drinking yogurt, and also into amasi. She mainly promotes her products on social media and supplies neighboring hospitals, schools, a Here's supermarket and local tuck shops. The business has created 5 permanent and 5 seasonal jobs. Prema Naika is the owner of Demi Farms that was established in eThekwini in 2017 as a vegetable producing entity. In mid-2018, the enterprise moved operations to Dlangezwa under Ugu area due to availability of land as well as access to the Umkomas River, a source of water for irrigation. Approximately 7 hectares of land is under agricultural crops. Prior to the floods of 2022 and 2023, Dema Farms had 18 employees, which got reduced to only 8 permanent employees. She has persevered despite severe losses suffered due to the floods and infestation of fall army worms in maize. Despite her disability, she's able to drive to the market and sell her produce. Vaina Baloyi is the owner of Kulani Agricultural Primary Cooperative Limited, situated in Mbaula Village, Giyani. Ms. Baloyi started farming in 2018 in a small area of half a hectare, and now she is planting on 3 hectares. She specializes in commodities including vegetables, maize production, and groundnuts production. Matumelo Susan Matukusi is the owner of Pija Poultry and Vegetables that was established in 2018 with only 1 chick. She started buying layers to produce eggs and breeding broilers. She produces 250 layers, 3,000 chickens, and has an incubator that holds 2,000 eggs. They also slaughter chickens and pack for customers depending on received orders. The business is growing well due to the demand from surrounding farmers for chicks. They also supply spaza shops with eggs and local vegetable farmers with manure. Selina Mulobedzi grew up in Wandwe and started growing seedlings in 2017 at home as a niche because she realized it was difficult to get seedlings within her surroundings. She started by planting Chinese spinach and Swiss chard and managed to produce seedlings. She then planted at the backyard and started selling crops to the local community. Due to the demand, she went to tribal authority and requested 2 hectares of land, which was approved. The DTI in 2013 granted her funds and assisted her with the following: a JoJo tank with 10,000 liters, constructed a fence for a 2-hectare piece of land, poles and nets for the nursery, and 200 seedlings trays. She started working with one woman, and after the nursery expanded, she employed 17 more women, 12 of which are seasonal and 5 are permanent, and they produce quality seedlings. Her nursery produces 200 trays of cabbage, Chinese spinach, shade and tomato, 100 trays of green pepper and onions. Her markets for seedlings include nearby villages and schools for nutrition programs. Lombinza Trading Pty Limited is an agricultural business that is owned by Ms. Phumzile Nhlapo. Ms. Nhlapo started her farming business in 2006. She was born with a disability. Together with other groups of women, she acquired a 749-hectare farm in Woodbank through the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. They planted maize, soya beans, and started breeding livestock. She then started her broiler enterprise, responding to the local demand for fresh chickens. Ms. Nhlapo used her profits to expand the business by buying sheep and planting vegetables. She currently breeds about 25 ewes and 1 ram and has 9 beef cattle which she bought over a period of 4 years. She sells weaners at the auctions and locally, especially around December month. She uses half a hectare of her land for vegetable production. Vegetables such as spinach and cabbage, which she then sells to local hawkers who collect once a week. Thandi Masilela, who is a person living with disability, established Vukuzenzele Protective Workshop, a project situated at Bethel, next to Bethel Clinic in Governbeke municipality of Gert Sibande district. Vukuzenzele specializes in growing vegetables, both winter and summer, that includes spinach, cabbage, green pepper, beetroot, green beans, pumpkins, potatoes, mustard spinach, chilies, lettuce, onion, and carrots. The project operates in a 1-hectare piece of land. There are 16 other people that are beneficiaries of the center, who are both women and men, as well as youth living with disabilities. These beneficiaries are at the center from Monday to Friday. DALRRD is supporting the project with production inputs, demonstrations, technical advice, and trainings since its inception. Selwane Hildantebe is the general manager of the center called Masbambisane Disabled Group of Matsulu, which is located at Matsulu Trust in Bombela in Mpumalanga. The project was established in 2001 with 66 people with disabilities benefiting from the center. The center houses 56 women and 10 men with disabilities. The center produces vegetables such as spinach, cabbage, onion, and beetroot, as well as maize during winter, and all these are produced for household consumption. Eva Tembeni Likuleni is the co-owner of the Pilgrims Disabled Poultry Project, situated on the eastern side of Komatipoort, about 83 kilometers away from Tonga. The project started in 1998 with 21 disabled persons, and the main aim was to focus and assist those who are physically impaired by holding meetings on developing themselves and their projects. Out of 21 members, 17 were women and 4 were men. They started their production plan with 1 hectare of land, which was donated by the Mlambo Traditional Council. They involved in vegetable and poultry production. In 2003, the tribal office extended their land by 4 hectares. There are currently 5 members, 3 men and 2 women. They constructed a poultry house, which is divided into 2 houses for 1,000 broilers and an office for administration of the project. They market their broilers to surrounding family households and even to educators.
A round of applause. There we go. The mic is on. A round of applause for all our recipients of this incredible category. All right. It's time to give them their awards. The time has come. I just want to say, are you excited? Are you happy? Unamahloni bakithi. You mustn't be shy because this is your moment. This is the time. I'd like to call on the stage the minister, and the minister is not alone. Uhamba nabantu abamkhaphayo, people that are definitely going to help her as she gives these awards. And as the Minister of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development, Ms. Togo Didiza, comes on stage, I'd like her to be accompanied by Professor Ntombovuyo Wai from the University of Mpumalanga, as well as the Managing Director and National Movement of Rural Women, Miss Likapa Mbata, on stage. The minister is already on stage. Walking the red carpet. On stage is Minister Ms. Togo Didiza, as well as Professor Ntombovuyo Wai from the University of Mpumalanga. I'd also like the Managing Director of National Movement of Rural Women, Miss Likapa Mbata, to join us on stage. Is she here? Oh, she? Okay, should we continue? The minister says we must continue. I agree with that for sure. They've been waiting so patiently to receive their awards, and they are so deserving of the incredible work that they do. We honor you, ladies. We honor you. On stage, I'd like to call Buitumelo Moshwe. Shwe, give her a round of applause. She's from the Eastern Cape. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Congratulations, Buitumelo. Congratulations. Nomsa Mdladlamba, representing the Eastern Cape. The Eastern Cape is well represented. We've got Ukholiswa Dabula. Tata Kholis. Yes. Portia Mukwena, representing the Free State. Yes, she deserves a round of applause. Congratulations. Congratulations, Portia. Congratulations, Ceci. La. In Gauteng. Let me wait. Sing ya papa manje. Let me just wait a little bit. In Gauteng, we've got Mebeti Rasikwai. Hala, la mama. Remember that this category is very, very special because the 2nd of November marks Disability Month and we need to honor these incredible ladies. Yes. Also in Gauteng, we've got Cynthia Buntle Musweu. Tatani video. Post it. Tina siyabaniga vele, siyabaniga ama awards, siyabaniga ama trophy, siyabaniga recognition, siyabaniga man. Let's move on over to Gauteng. Still in Gauteng, we've got Matebogo Mawane Victoria. City of Gold, Susan Gobeni, representing Gauteng. We're going all the way to KwaZulu-Natal. Khulumile, Thokozile, Msezane. Awubakiti. Ay. Awuzwa. Ntombendala. Intombendala.
Isala kuchenwa, isala kunyenyezelwa, ibhidi likandaba elimathethwa ngezinyembezi elinjengelikaphiko wasebulaweni inyathi kandaba hambise ngamamazibuko ibinjengomzileli lapha komafekana oyithebezi.
Still staying in KZN, Prima Naika, come get your award. Still in KZN, KwaZulu-Natal, Lindiwe Zulu. Lindiwe Zulu. Let's go to Limpopo, shall we? Vanya Baloyi, come get your award, girl. Still in Limpopo, Matumelo Susan Mutakusi, come get your award. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Limpopo well represented. Mulobedzi, Selina, come get your award. It's time for Mpumalanga. Mpumalanga. Phumzile Nhlapho. Woza sisi. Woza dali.
Noma sekunjalo
Still in Mpumalanga, Thandi Ana Masilela. Intombi endala akasemuhle. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Ngale mama. Oh, okay. We are still here in the province that is hosting us. Silwane Hill Dantebe. Silwane Maike. Wow. Wow. Likhuleni rather, Ivan Tebeni from Mpumalanga. It's your turn, Ma, to receive your award. You deserve it. You've worked hard for it. Your time is now. Congratulations. Yes, Thelma. Thelma Brand from Northern Cape. Congratulations. Congratulations to all our recipients. Congratulations. This was a very, very special award, very special category. And I am so proud of you ladies. I am so inspired. I'm going to, hey, ngiyothola imali ngifune nami ifami plot inyana. Maybe next year nami ngizawuwina. Who knows? Ngoba hai nginomona. Congratulations, congratulations. We're about to move to a special award. This time around, it's the Ministerial Special Award for Women-Led Community Property Association, also known as CPA. And this category recognizes Makhosi Cebekulu, Deputy Secretary of the CPA and Farm Manager on the Ubizo, KwaZulu-Natal. Ms. Makhosi Cebekulu is a member of Deputy Secretary of Ubizo Community Property Association, CPA, based in Ubizo in Empangeni from KwaZulu-Natal province, following the restoration of land totaling, listen to this, 2,547 as well as 2,860 hectares in 2015 to approximately 149 households. Ms. Cebekulu is also a manager of the CPA farm that produces more than 95,000 tons of sugarcane per season that is supplied to Tongaat Hewlett. As part of her duties, she manages 150 employees, of which 80% of them are from the Ubizo community. Ms. Makhosi Cebekulu, this one is for you. While she comes on stage to receive her award, I'd like to call Minister of Agriculture, Land Reform, as well as Rural Development, Ms. Togo Didiza, to come and give this young lady, beautiful young lady, her award. And joined by MMC Pumzile Mashiho, and it seems like the men also want to be part and parcel of this moment. And what a beautiful moment it is. Makhosi Cebekulu, you receive a special ministerial award. Congratulations. She is representing the KwaZulu-Natal province, and she's doing it very well. Very, very well. We're almost there. We're almost towards the end of the ceremony. We're almost there. The next category, or rather the next award, the last, but the next and the last, is the Ministerial Special Award, Presidential Economic Stimulus Farmer. And let's play the video.
Ms. Zokhanyo Bikani, known as Zozo, is passionate about agriculture, which led her to establish small groups made up of women and a few young men who dropped out of school. She encourages community members to learn to be independent by starting their own household vegetable gardens to feed their families. Zozo started her own mushroom business where she specializes with oyster mushrooms. She is the only one who is currently supplying surrounding restaurants and hotels in her area. She is advanced in knowledge of recycling material to be used for producing food where land as growing medium is limited. She also has a 0.25 hectare of vegetable garden space, which she planted a variety of vegetables and uses the garden to train subsistence farmers. Ms. Zokhanyo Bikani, known as Zozo, is passionate about agriculture, which...
If it's nice, you play it twice. If it's nice, you play it twice. This is a very, very special award, and it goes to a very, very special lady. Mazette, this is your moment, darling. This is your moment. And the minister is already ready to give Uzozo her moment. Ready to give Uzozo her time. A round of applause for this incredible, incredible award going to this incredible lady. Zogukhanya Bigani from the Western Cape is getting the Ministerial Special Award, Presidential Economic Stimulus Farmer. She is so young, full of life. DJ, ngiyakuzwa man wenza something, but it's in the background. Sengifuna ukujiva manje. Sengifuna ukusaka manje. Sengifuna, hayi man. A round of applause to all the winners. DJ, turn it up. DJ, turn it up. This is your moment. Congratulations. Hosa.
Oil export.
Wathinta abafazi. Anginizwa wathinta abafazi. Nginzwile. I just want to say thank you so much and congratulations to all the winners. You are so deserving. You are so deserving. Niwabeke ngahla matro Zozo ngicela ugade leyo trophy dali. Ungathi ilahlekile kusasa. Look after that trophy my darling. I would like to call on the stage Mr. Mweketsa Ramasodi, who is the Director General Agriculture, Land Reform as well as Rural Development, to deliver the vote of thanks. What a time, what an evening, what a ceremony.
Dumela, Lekai, everything. Normally when I speak between the gap between people and food security. And it prevents me from taking out my speech and conversing with you. So what I'll do is that I'll thank each and every speaker without referring to my notes. Let me thank the program director for today. You have been very exemplary. I think one thing that I learned from you, Sis Ntombi, is that you prepared even for those moments where there is a lull, and you have been able to keep this crowd entertained for almost 3 hours. Thank you very much for all the hard work. We'd also like to thank those who provided entertainment, Galo, and that includes Deputy Meteor Squatcher, who provided quite a lot of entertaining moments. I think when the DM has done with his career, he's done with politicking, he can consider being a standard comedian. And I'll be one of those who'll go and buy tickets to go and watch him. I would also like to thank, to a greater extent, MMC Mashiro. You know, when you started speaking, I went down and said, you see, whoever wrote this speech, maybe it was last week at the FAO, and they know that you have got to deliver on gender equality, women, and girls' empowerment. That was very powerful. It qualifies to go to the UN, to the FAO, and be delivered there. That's how good it was. I would like to also thank our host, MEC Shiba. Yes, you deserved to host these awards because of the hard work and also because Mpumalanga is just a very good host. And thank you very much for hosting us. You are so beautiful as Mpumalanga. Like I've done with my DM, you are rock solid. We stand upon very good shoulders when you deliver. And we thank you very much for making us proud as those who are behind you in the department. Thank you for introducing the minister who happens to need no introduction, but there's one thing that Minister said today that really touched me. And those were the words of Mama Charlotte Manya Matleke when she said, when you rise, take someone with you. Please do that as women in agriculture. Take one with you. And it would be preferable that you take those in the family, because family farming is the way to go, because that's the only way that we can sustain farming from generation to generation. Thank you very much, Minister, for reminding us of the essence of farming and the essence of having women in farming and centering them around economic development, not only for sustainable, subsistence farming, but for sustainable development. We thank you very much for that. I would like to say something that is very personal in terms of my observation of the minister. I have seen her delivering a budget speech when she had a bereavement in her family. I've seen her delivering a budget speech when she was not so well. But today I've seen her delivering to you when I know that she's really sick. And for that we say thank you very much, Minister. Let me thank to all those who received awards today. You looked very beautiful, and I know that you are here to stay, because agriculture is the only culture that matters, and you are making it to shine. To all those who did not get nominations but are in this farming business, you know it's food security for all. We love you all. And to all those who have made this event to be possible, we would like to thank you. To the organizing teams from all the provinces, to the organizing teams both from Mpumalanga and from National Department, we thank you very much for delivering a very great event. And to all of us who are here, let us give ourselves a round of applause for being part of the history that will be indelible in the history of the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development. I thank each and every one of you. Ke a leboga.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know you're hungry. Someone said, yes. Yes, I'm hungry. It's time now for dinner to be served, as well as Soul Stream to entertain us. But I just also want to say thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on the stage and communicate with you and give you what I had in my heart. Thank you so much, Minister. It's always a pleasure. Ngakali, because every time I see you, I get so inspired, and you are truly a woman that is admirable. So we thank you so much for always remembering us as women. We thank you so much for always taking us with you. And we thank you for always putting yourself last and us first. And I know that you're not feeling well today, but you are here, and we thank you for that, Minister. Siyabonga kakhulu ma. Siyabonga. Thank you. Dinner is, before ngithi dinner is served, one more message. All right, so we are going to do dinner in a very orderly manner. VIPs, the serving point is this side, and everybody else, food will be served at the back. So where we walked in and